We'll do this together. No,
My name is Keith Levison. I am a managing broker for MVP Realty in the Orlando area. And we just started a new web series, something I'm really excited about. I'm calling it Agent Spotlight. And the goal of this is to introduce the community to just some of our amazing realtors all across Florida. We have over 1,200 realtors all across Florida. And we're going to take some time and introduce the communities to our amazing realtors. So today we have Kathy with us. And welcome, Kathy. I'm excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here. This is awesome.
Yeah, so this is like a real loose conversation. You know, you're actually our first test subject. Sorry. But we'll have some fun. And really, I just want to introduce the community to you. Now, where are you from originally?
I actually grew up in New Jersey and moved to Michigan when I was 18 years old, like right out of high school with my parents. And the first winter we were in Michigan was like the biggest blizzard they ever had. I'm like, oh my gosh, what in the world? Like we were in the house for 4 days because we couldn't get out. Yeah, that was like crazy. But I met my husband there and we then moved to South Carolina. We lived there for 14 years and then moved. It wasn't hot enough there for us, so we had to move to Florida, so we could be nice and hot and sweaty.
Nice and hot and sweaty. Yeah, because you were New Jersey, Michigan, Carolina, and now, yeah, Florida. So I am curious, if you're nice and hot and sweaty, what made you move to Florida?
Well, we were gonna retire here, and we bought a house, and before prices got really high, we're like, well, let's just get something and we'll rent it out. And then my husband went and got a job, so we're like, oh, I guess we're moving now. So, and I never, we bought a house. We were like doing exploration of Florida. We went to Tampa, we went to Lakeland, we did some other communities, and I never in a million years thought I would land in Orlando. I'm like, oh yeah, we'll look there, whatever, because my husband has an army buddy here in Orlando. He goes, well, we're going to visit him anyway. We might as well look at houses. So we bought a house, and then we bought an Airbnb. Like all in, let's do the Orlando thing. Yeah, and I'm like thrilled that we live here. Just thrilled. I really love it.
That's awesome. So I'm curious. Let's unpack this one thing at a time. All right. So your husband gets a job down here, and then you decide to move your real estate business down here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So was the Airbnb first,
Yeah.
or okay?
Oh no. That was while we were looking at houses here, the agent that we were working with just happened to mention Airbnbs, and he wanted us to see a community that she did an open house at just for fun. And we met a guy that owned like, I don't know, 8 of them in Park Square. And it's like, and then started telling us his story, about how awesome it is and what he does. And I was very intrigued. So, and then part of like my husband moved here first. He moved here, and then I followed. Like I had business to wrap up in South Carolina.
Mm.
We had long-term rentals there that we sold all of those, and so we were looking for something else that we were going to do, like, well, we're going to do long-term rentals again. And they were like, let's just try the Airbnb thing and see how it works. And we don't do what everybody else does, like, oh, well, let's just rent out a room or buy a little condo. No, we bought 6 bedroom, 6.5 bath, has a pool and a hot tub, and it's new construction. We just jumped all in, and I love it. I mean, I'm amazed at how well we're doing. So
That's awesome. Yeah, we were just talking about it, and you mentioned that you thought you were just going to break even, and you're looking, your projections are looking better than that, right?
Yeah, better than we expected, because that's a big house. I've never even lived in a house that big. So to buy furniture for all that, it's like it was a lot. It was a lot
Mhm.
more than I thought it would be, and then you decorate it. And it was just like it was a big project that I'm like, oh, we're putting money into this. We
How
were
did
oh no, go ahead.
Oh, how did you handle the furniture issue? Where did you?
We actually went, we have a guy at Rooms to Go that does it, like he's worked with other investors that have Airbnbs, and so he would tell us when a floor model that there was maybe had a scratch in it or something would he would let us know when stuff was available. So and that helped, and then we could finance it too, which was good, and they have 0% financing, so and it's actually paid off now. We paid it, we're done with that. So that's why we're like, so awesome. We already paid off the furniture. That was like the big expense. So yeah,
That's
I'm excited.
that's awesome. Well, it sounds like if there's any investors looking in the Orlando area, you might be the go-to person. She got the hookups. If you need a couch that fell off a van, she knows the guy.
I know the guy, right?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, now you're here in Orlando, you got the Airbnb going,
Yeah.
which we'll try and include a link to that in the description as well. So if anybody wants to book an Airbnb, or who knows, maybe people looking to work with a realtor who really knows investments, they could take a look at what you've done with your property. Um, Out of everything that you've done with real estate, just what's your passion? What do you love about it?
I love to work with people. I work with a lot of first time home buyers and also military people. Um, they're especially when they're younger. But I help like people like, oh my gosh, we have to go to wherever Virginia, and I need to sell my house quick. It's like I got you. So, because so I have a passion for people in the military because my husband is retired Army, and also first time home buyers because it's so exciting. But I work with people that are my age group too, like people that are retiring or downsizing because the kids are in college now, or they've grown up. um and I live in a 55 plus community and like totally love it. It is really fun.
Yeah.
So
The 55 plus communities here in Orlando, I feel are really amazing. Sometimes I'm a little bit jealous, you know, but because honestly, we'll run across gorgeous homes that are reasonably priced, and I want to show them to somebody, and I'm like, oh,
oh,
it's a 55 plus. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. They usually have great amenities. Like we have 3 pools in our property.
Wow.
3 pools. It's like an overkill. But and a hot tub and like millions of activities. That's the thing too. And there's always a party going on and food trucks and it's really, and I don't have to cut the grass.
Oh,
It's,
nice.
yeah, very nice.
Yeah. So that's what they call resort style community, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like being
That's
on
great.
vacation.
So first time home buyers, military relocations, retirees. You mentioned too that you love working with buyers. That like that what motivates you about working with buyers?
It's because they're so excited. I mean, I work with a lot of sellers too, and I enjoy that as well. It's more like if they're in a different place,
Mhm.
and I respect that because I'm a seller myself. You know what I mean? Like I sold home, so I get it. But buyers are usually more excited about, they're buying a house and it's usually a good thing, it's
Mhm.
because they're downsizing and gonna have more free time and they're just expanded their family because they just had a baby and there's a lot of really cool things happening. So I really enjoy that part. I love the part where when they know it's the house, like that just thrills me. I love it. Like they walk in the door and I see their face. I'm like, this is it.
Yeah,
So cool. I get excited about it.
that's awesome. So, I'm curious, what was one of the craziest or the hardest transactions that you had that you kind of worked through? You know,
I would.
is there one that?
Oh, there's one that just jumps right out. It was buyers that I worked with them in South Carolina and they were there on vacation and they wanted to look at houses. Like all the signs were like they're just, on their entertainment. But I met with them anyway. I go, all right, we'll just look at some things. And it ended up being 2 days that we were looking at properties. And while we were out driving around, the wife got a call that she got a job there. Then it turned total serious. And but they were I we were under contract on 3 different properties and they like bailed. They would bail. They're
Mhm.
like, oh no, we don't like the water at high tide. We thought it would be higher. I'm like, oh my gosh. But we did find the perfect house with the perfect water and it took a minute.
How did you do that? I'm curious. How did you overcome it? How did you find that perfect home?
We just it was just being tenacious, like and digging in like, okay, maybe not that one, maybe this, how about this? Let's try this, and
Mhm.
different areas we were well that we did get narrowed down. Like they wanted to be by water, but not ocean front, but they were okay with like a stream or something they could drop a kayak into and so it was a lot. It took a while and just hanging in there with them,
Mhm.
um
And I think that's a mark of a wonderful realtor, is that it's somebody who, like I used to tell people, now that I've moved into being a broker, but when I was a realtor, I used to tell people you want to have somebody who will ride the highs with you and ride the lows. And it's not a fast process. It takes time.
it does. Sometimes it is quick because I showed homes to somebody. They didn't even pick any of the houses that I showed them. Saw something online. I did a video of it, a video walkthrough with them, and they bought it. It was like a
Yeah.
$100 house. Boom, just like that. But I did, other people are like, you're crazy, you shouldn't have did that. But they were on vacation and they had to go back to the airport. And they were gonna have to get an Uber and blah blah blah. I'm like, bring your suitcases in the car. Let's look at houses one more time. I'll take you to the airport. Like, whatever, I don't care.
Hmm.
Like just that little thing, like they knew, that I'm gonna hang with them. Like I'm gonna make it as convenient as possible for them because I'll take you to the airport. You don't need to worry about that. Just throw
Yeah.
your luggage in, let's go. And then they did find and I still stay in touch with them, you know.
Hmm.
Oh, that's you never know, like you think you're gonna be just your clients and they end up being your friends and
Yeah.
that's kind of
We're we're really in a business of relationships. We build long-term relationships, and you know, you've done excellent with that. So I guess, my last question, shameless plug, shh, don't tell anyone. But why MVP Realty? I mean, when you moved down to Florida, why?
because I wanted to be with a brokerage that takes care of their agents. Not just like, okay, well, 100% commission is nice, is really nice. And all the training, oh my gosh, the education, because I switched from a different state, there was some things I needed to catch up on and, paperwork wise and a different contract and, that part of it is amazing with MVP. Oh, and the support. When I did my first transaction here, things were a little, "Ooh, what to do? What about this? What about that?" Like once I got into it and I was emailing constantly and they always, everybody, most of the time it was Derek, got right back to me on a Saturday afternoon. Boom. Here's what you need. Here's what you need to do. Oh, amazing. I love that part. The education, like, here's how you get leads. Here's how you do a Facebook ad. Here's how you do Google. Here's how you do, YouTube. It's just so, so cool. And then digging in, like, here's the line by line contract. Here's how you do it. Here's what it means. The training is amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
So happy that I'm with MVP.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what's funny is you mentioned Derek, and people will ask me, why did I stop being a realtor and start being a broker and really working with MVP? And it's really Derek. I don't know any other company where the CEO is this accessible and supportive and
Yeah.
informative. So when I tell people, I think they are like, yeah, right. And I'm like, well, just try it, because what's it cost you? Well, anyway, we are so thankful to have you part of our team. I want everybody to know, if you've watched this and you want to work with the most amazing realtor, Kathy is in the Orlando area. She knows Osceola, Kissimmee, all those areas. You heard a lot about her expertise in the post and the description of this video. You're going to see her contact information, her website. Feel free to reach out to her. And I would say, if you want to work with one of the best realtors in the business, why are you even waiting? You go call Kat. If you're watching this, stop it. Go call Kathy. Other than that, thank you for everything. For those of you who are watching, please like, subscribe, share this video. It goes a long way towards us introducing amazing agents all over the state of Florida to the people that need amazing agents. So we'll see you on the next one, and we hope you all have a great day. Thank you, Kathy.
Thanks, Keith. It was awesome. Thank you.